wanted to say something to my audience, maybe some sort of advice, like a parting word.
First of all, it's been exciting to be here. I have these conversations. I believe conversations like this help us to prepare better for the future and envisage the kind of future that I would like to see. To the audience, personally, I'm just going to share some of the things that I believe has helped me in my career, personal relationship, even personal work with God, really. And that is consistency. This is something you've heard a lot, consistency. Everybody talks about consistency. But over the years, one thing I've learned is nobody is expecting perfection of you. Like God, and any human should not even expect perfection of you. And then we need to not expect perfection of ourselves. I think that's quite important. And that means that you give yourself the grace to be willing to fail. Because I realized that at some point in my life in the past, I was limited by my own expectation of myself. Because I expected so much from myself that when I do something to mess up, I beat myself up. And because of that, I spend so much time moping than going back to continue doing what I'm supposed to do. So what I'm going to advise you is to do what you're supposed to do. I was having a conversation with a friend recently who been an accountability partner for in terms of our daily devotion as a believer, and then she fell short of staying accountable. She missed the streak by 2 days because she felt bad for missing that. She missed another 5 days, making 7 days she had missed. And then I'm like, you've missed 7 days. You would have missed 1 day if you just accepted that I missed it and then start again. My advice is to not expect perfection of yourself, because God, your creator who placed you on earth, is not expecting perfection of you, and to not allow anybody to demand perfection of you. Just do what you have to do. The idea of consistency is not just about showing up. It's about showing up despite when you fail or when you fall short. Make sure that anytime you fall, your priority is on rising and not just giving up on what you've done. And another thing I would like to say is let your eyes be single. And what that means is that try to focus on prioritize, not just focus. Prioritize one thing at a time. I've heard people talking about multitasking, the fact that they can do a lot of things. I'm basically just sharing some of the things I've struggled with in my personal career journey and my life generally. Focus on one thing at a time. That means prioritize one thing at a time. That does not mean you are not doing other stuff, but it means that there is just one thing at a point in time that you are focusing on. That was one of the turning points of my career. I decided to focus on product design. I was doing a lot of things, but I decided at that point in time that at this time, for the next couple of months, I'm only going to be doing product design. Not that I wasn't doing a number of other stuff. I was still writing CV at the time. But if at any point in time, CV writing is conflicting with my learning product design, I'm going to choose product design over writing a CV for someone to make money. That is what priority is. Priority is about how you decide on what to do with your time. It is not about what you do essentially. It is about when there is a conflict of interest, what do you prioritize? What do you do? And I think if you are able to compartmentalize your life and be able to prioritize, it's going to help every aspect of your life, your relationship, your personal work with God, your career. I think it's just going to help you. You are going to be able to make faster decisions when you know your priority. Making decisions is something that you have to do every time as an adult. But just imagine if you have a priority. For example, your priority is that I love my parents above every other person. If at a point you need to decide who should you call, it will be easier for you to decide I will call my parents. If you've decided that your work with God is above every other thing, when you need to make a choice, if you go with something that aligns with your work with God or does not, it's going to be easier for you to pick what aligns with your work with God. So the best way to improve your decision making is to prioritize. And don't forget, prioritize is not like I don't like this. It's about when push comes to shove, what do I choose over the other? Thank you.